Welcome to documents. Firstly, what are they? It's any written text but can also include sounds, images from films, television, radio, internet, and podcasts. There are three types: public documents produced by organisations such as the government, schools, welfare agencies. Some of this output may be available for researchers to use. Personal documents, letters, diaries, photo albums, autobiographies, and then historical documents, a personal or a public document created in the past. This is also a interpretivist idea because obviously they provide qualitative data which is preferred by the interpretivists, and they ascertain much more validity and insight into what has been discussed. Strengths of documents, then, guys. So, firstly, again, practical time and cost. It's a free source of a huge amount of qualitative data, which is rich. And it's detailed about a person that would have taken a very long time to compile, or may have not even been possible otherwise. And sociologists make use of this data. Also, access to historical data. So, could be the only source of information. They allow us to examine the past, and even if there are people still alive from that era, they may not be able to accurately recall. So sometimes it's all that we have, such as the Diary of Anne Frank. Also, huge validity. Have a look at Dr. Peter and the documents that he created. An incredible insight into his journey with his struggle with AIDS in the 1980s. Weaknesses of documents are there are availability issues. So sometimes it might be limited, sometimes it's not what you're studying, sometimes it's not available in terms of access. So it might be a bit problematic to get hold of them. Equally, ethical issue, informed consent. So when using historical documents, there is the issue of consent. The 30-year rule means that after 30 years, researchers can access government documents without informed consent from those that created it. Obviously, those people may still be alive and may not want such documents to be used. Similarly, if people have died, they are unable to give informed consent. However, documents such as diaries may still mention living individuals, including family members, and this can often be an issue. Also, accuracy. How do we ever know that the document is truly accurate? It could be the own person's point of view and their own sensibilities and their particular event of in their life and how they viewed it, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's an accurate depiction. Also, unlikely to be representative. It's going to be a one-off. It's going to be one person more than likely. It's going to be difficult to generalize. And also, certain groups are unrepresented or underrepresented when it comes to personal documents. For example, understanding huge groups of people, maybe with disadvantage, probably won't be available. And then finally, when we look at people's documents, the meaning and interpretation we often gather ourselves. This means that we don't know whether we're doing the interpretation accurately or not. And may need special skills. It may have a language or a description which may not make sense. Thanks for listening.